Christmas crunch time, craft buddies, and this is when things can get crazy. So come along with me today. I've got a ton of Dollar Tree hacks, quick, easy, simple, affordable. They're gonna help you save time, money, and your sanity going into this crazy part of the holiday. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. You're watching Whiskey and Whit. My name is Whitney, and a huge thank you to Wildgrain for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the first Christmas hack.
We're kicking things off today with these giant gift bags. Not only are they awesome for those oversized gifts, and look at how cute this print is between the hot cocoa and the North Pole vibes, but then once that item is unwrapped, this becomes your garbage bag. You put your recycling in it if you want to go that route as well, but then in the back of your pictures, you have this really fun bag that you can get double use out of instead of that big black garbage bag ruining the vibe. Now, while we're on the topic of bags, this is another one that I swear by. Get yourself some reusable bags, and this is great for when you are taking gifts somewhere. So whether you're going to another person's house or a restaurant, if you do a gift exchange with friends or family, you take your gifts in it, you unwrap, and then you have something to put your gifts that you received back in to bring home. It makes it so much easier. I also like these that I found in the plus section. Those first ones were $1.25, but these are nice because they've got metal around the outside. It fits a lot of those bags. And the other great thing about this is that it is a non-see-through bag. So if you're still doing Christmas shopping, I like to keep this in my car. I can sneak things in without anybody seeing what I'm gifting them, which is a huge help. A couple other tried and true favorites from Dollar Tree for Christmas morning or just unwrapping in general are these hardware storage cases. You can find them in the automotive section. I fill them up with everything from batteries to band-aids, washi tape to screwdrivers, anything you're going to need to get those toys up and running and also to help you make things go by so much easier. I also love to grab large tubs. You can either grab the ones from the plus section or even these dish pans work great. They are awesome to sort items by person as you are getting ready to wrap or use them for stocking stuffers, keep everything organized. And then come the morning of Christmas or when you're unwrapping, everybody gets a container. You can put stuff in it and then it's easy to just take that to that person's room, keep everything nice and organized. All they have to do is toss it in there and then that way your house is not in complete disarray, especially if you're having people over for Christmas lunch. We're going to talk about gift wrapping for this next one, and you are going to want something, whether it be chopsticks, bamboo skewers, pencils, something of a stick shape that you can tape with packing tape to your table. You're probably like, Whitney, where are you going with this? Stick with me though. We're going to make sure these are stuck down with both vertical and horizontal tape, and then we're going to grab our wired ribbon. You can use any wired ribbon for this, any thickness, and you're going to leave yourself a tail on the left and wrap it around twice. Then underneath, we are going to cross over our ribbon and then bring it up behind those loops around to the front. Once that's up there, we are going to cross the tails over again underneath as I'm doing here. And then you're going to stick your fingers through the center of your loops and pull the longer tail, so that tail you've been working with the whole time, through. Once you pull it through, you're going to pull those tails tight and it is going to give you a beautiful double bow. I shared this technique using my fingers in my dupes video and a lot of you said I'm struggling, so the sticks I think will help so much more. I plan on doing double bows on like all my gifts this year because bows are super trendy and these are really easy to make. Try it a couple times. I promise you will get the hang of it. You can dovetail your ends. This is not only going to spice up your gifts, but you can add it to your decor as well. And the wired ribbon is really helpful because then you can position it just how you want. It's officially boot season, but I hate dealing with these tall boots when it comes to storing them because they flop over in my closet and take up more room than they need to. So I grabbed some Dollar Tree pool noodles as well as this little pool noodle cutter thing that they had in the craft section. I cut down 2 pieces to the height of my boots, just slid them right in there, and then they are going to stay sitting up like this until I need to wear them again. It helps with storage, takes up way less space, and it's not going to crease the ankles. I love to grab ice cube trays from Dollar Tree, fill it up with the water, and then put some cranberries in each container. Pop it into your freezer, let them get all frozen overnight, and then you can just pop them out like regular ice cubes. But then if you put them in water, seltzer water, or even mixed drinks, your cranberries aren't going to give off a flavor, but it's going to add a really pretty festive color to the drinks, especially at a party, and it will get everybody in the spirit. For this next one, you're going to want some more of those bamboo skewers. You can also use cake pop sticks or really anything to create the handles for these free printable pennants. These are over in my free file library. I've got more details down below, including a video on how to get to my free file library. If you're on my email list and you're looking for the new one, it did change when this video went up because we are at the beginning of December. Be sure to check your newsletter right at the top and it will have the new password. If you're not on my list, no worries, you can opt in and grab it. And all you have to do is cut them out. Cut the pointy part off of those bamboo skewers, use some hot glue, and attach them to the stick. These are great not only for decor, but you can also add them to presents. You can add them to gift baskets. You can even tie them up with a fun little pancake kit like I did here. So many different options. I like to add some fun little ribbon and you are good to go. So find these over in my free file library along with a ton. I'm talking like over 100 Christmas files that are free over in my library. So be sure to check it out. I had a lot of craft buddies asking me how I got this art on my TV and my home tour, and it is so easy, so I wanted to share it. All you need is a smart TV, something that's hooked up to the YouTube app. You're going to go and search for Christmas art for TV. You can do this for any season, so summer art, fall art, spring art. I find one that I like, and then I also go up to the picture mode and I mess around with it. Sometimes you'll get really bright ones. The sepia tone or the more matte tone looks more like a picture on the TV, and then you just let it run for as long as you want the art to be up on your screen. One of my favorite things in my craft room is my double-sided tape. I use it for so many things, and here's a quick and easy way you can make this tree on a present using it. You're going to start by wrapping your gift. I went with some just plain craft paper, but you could use Christmas paper, whatever you have on hand or whatever you want to do. Once it's wrapped, I'm going to take a piece of that double-sided tape and put it right down the center. Then I am going to crisscross weave my ribbon. I went with this green and white buffalo check to look like a tree, but you could use whatever you've got. And once you get to the bottom, you're going to trim it. And then I added this little Dollar Tree wooden snowflake embellishment and a little bit of jute twine at the bottom to be the base of my tree. So quick and easy, but you are definitely going to impress whoever you are gifting this year if you attempt this on your present. Now, when it comes to wrapping those gifts, I like to be as efficient as possible, so I like to make a command station. I do that by grabbing a bin with some holes in them, and you want something that's big enough that you can slide dowel rods or little barbecue bamboo skewers in, and you're going to use those wood pieces to attach all of your ribbons so that they float and can roll inside of this container. I also like to fill it out with things like tulle, baker's twine, scissors, tape, all of those must-haves for wrapping. You could easily pull some of your thinner ribbon through the holes, and this command center will go with you wherever you need to wrap. It's really nice to have everything right there, and I can be quick, efficient, and get it done fast.
As our family preps to welcome baby boy number 2 right before Christmas, we have been on the hunt for some hacks to save us time for meal and snack solutions, especially when we're in the newborn trenches. And let me tell you, one of the ones we are definitely going to be using is Wildgrain. It's a subscription box that delivers fresh pasta, breads, and artisanal pastries. All you do is bake them from frozen. Everything is ready in 25 minutes or less, perfect not only for busy moms like me, but anyone who loves carbs. Also guilty of that one. In my recent Wildgrain box were things like a sourdough loaf, croissants, French butter, pasta noodles, cranberry pecan rolls, chocolate chip cookies, and apple cider donuts. The freezer to baking process was so simple and easy. Everything that I've tried so far from Wildgrain has been so good. Honestly, this is going to be so awesome for me postpartum because this is my second baby, so I know I am going to be exhausted and not have a ton of time, but I am going to want to nourish my body. And the great thing about Wildgrain is you can pick between 6 or 12 item boxes depending on what you need. They also have gluten-free and plant-based options, and Wildgrain's variety is also a huge plus with new seasonal and limited time items added all the time. If you want to check out Wildgrain too, be sure to click on my link in the description and use my code Whiskey and Whit to get $30 off your first box, plus you'll get free croissants in every box.
I love the idea of gifting a full Wildgrain box or just some of the items that you make from the box. And this will work for anything, not just Wildgrain, but anything you make. Dollar Tree has these really cute boxes, and I think these would be awesome, first and foremost, for teachers. If you are making something, you deliver them some breakfast this time of year. I know it is nuts for teachers, and so something like this would be lovely. Now, you have to kind of read the room. Sometimes people don't want home-baked things. However, if they do, this would be such a touching gift, and the boxes are so cute. They can see what's inside and enjoy it at school. Also, if you want to do some holiday baking and you have things that call for softened butter, you're going to want to have one of these glass cups on hand. I like to fill it up with water, pop it in the microwave, and warm it up for 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Once that's done, grab it out, pour out the water, and then you're going to put your stick of butter right in the cup. I like to flip it over, put it back in the microwave, and let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then you are going to have a nice softened stick of butter that you don't have to wait for it to sit on the counter for so long. The other great thing is you can use this for dips as well. I have a lot that call for softened cream cheese, and this will save you a ton of time and headaches. The last few weeks, I have seen this fuzzy sock hack on TikTok, and I knew I had to try it. It is using them to curl your hair without heat, and you guys, I am obsessed. I start by brushing my hair, and I section it into 2 sections as if I was going to do pigtails. I take one side with the sock toe up, I clip it in just so it holds in place, and then I take my hair and I wrap it around the sock. You can do it French braid style where you feed a little bit at a time, but I just do one big piece. That works for me. I'm going to unclip it, take the toe piece of the sock, put it down where my hair ends, and then just wrap the bottom up around like you're pairing socks together. That's it. You're going to do it on the other side. It's quick and easy, and they are pretty easy to sleep in. Usually I hate heatless curls because I can't sleep, but even pregnant Whitney was able to sleep with this. Then you're going to pop them out of your hair. Super quick process. Just do the same thing you did before. Sometimes you can just pull the sock. Other times you got to easily take it out. And it gives you this nice big curl. You can also section your hair into 4 sections if you want more like tightly wrapped curls, but this works great for me. I take my Dollar Tree hairbrush that I got from the hair section, spray it with some hairspray, and I comb it through. You can also do a finger comb, but I find that my hair does not get as staticky in the colder months here in Illinois if I brush it with some hairspray. Then I give it a spray of hairspray, and I am ready to go. No heat, I can sleep in it, and it saves me so much time. Now, I talked about static before. These bounce sheets are a tried and true for me. I love keeping them in the pockets of my winter coats because my hair gets so staticky, and I just rub it through my hair. I know some people aren't a huge fan of this, but honestly, I love it because it works for me, and then I don't have static. I'm not zapping people, and it just really helps my hair lay down. I love spending quality time with family, and this game is going to be so fun this holiday. From Dollar Tree, I grabbed a spatula as well as a container like this one, and then also a variety of sizes of bows. You could definitely shop your house for this, so if you have this, don't go out and buy new, just use it. But I want to show you could do it totally Dollar Tree, and I did a variety of different sizes to make it a little bit harder. I unwrapped all of the bows. I placed them out on a surface. I'm using my island, but you could use a kitchen table, a coffee table. You're going to blindfold the person that's playing, give them the spatula, and give them 30 seconds to a minute, whatever you want to do, and tell them they have to try to get as many into the container. Whoever gets the most wins. Now, let me tell you, this is going to be so funny because it was way harder than it looked, and my mom watching me film thought it was hilarious.
There's more on the floor. There is in my basket.
This next hack is for a super inexpensive but beautiful, thoughtful gift. You're going to grab yourself a mason jar, one of these prepackaged cookie packs, and also a fun little whisk. After washing out your jars, you're going to take a funnel. This is also from Dollar Tree, also clean, and I am transferring the mix into the mason jar first. Then I'm going to take the flat part of the lid and put it down, and then we are going to add some Christmas festive color with just some fabric I had already in my craft room. You can do Dollar Tree fabric. You can also buy fat squares at places like Walmart, Michael's, a ton of different places for really cheap, and I use my pinking shears just to give it that really fun edge, but you definitely don't need to do that. Then I'm going to pop that fabric in an oval shape right over the top, twist on the remainder of the lid, and our jar is ready to go. Then I went onto Canva and created these really fun tags that basically reiterated what the package said because you're not giving the person the package. And I made some really fun titles to them just so then that way it really spiced up the gift. I sized these to index card size, so 3x5, and if you need help doing that, I love to do it in Google Docs. I've got a tutorial down below I will link. It's quick and easy. It'll show you how to do it. Any of my printables you can use to resize. Then we're simply using some baker's twine to attach both the recipe card as well as the whisk. I will have the recipe cards for you for these 3 packs that you can get at Dollar Tree down below, and I'll also leave you a blank one with the gingerbread cookies on either side so you could upload that to Canva and add your own text if you would like. I love how quick and easy these come together, and you can make them for under $5 a gift. And I think this looks a lot more high-end than a lot of things you can spend $5 on nowadays. If you're a big sentimental person like I am, these bubble ornaments are for you. You're going to grab any type of plastic ornaments from anywhere. If you can't find them at Dollar Tree, Michael's and other places have them as well. You're going to cut out some pictures that are approximately the width of your ornament. You're going to curve the edges and then roll it up like a scroll. You pop it right into your ornament, and then I decided to do this one double-sided. You could use a dowel rod or scissors like I did to make sure it sits flat. But then you've got this really fun double-sided ornament that you can use to commemorate things throughout the year. This is a great gift for friends, grandparents, or really anybody that has memories that they want to keep and hang on their tree for years to come. Another wrapping hack we can file under super easy peasy are using paper bags to create these gingerbread house bags. All you need to do is take your bags and you're going to start by trimming the top into a house shape. Then that way you know what you're working with. Use some paint markers. You can use the Dollar Tree paint markers. I like these from Amazon just because I feel like the white shows up better. And you can pull up some inspo images anywhere online and just hand draw some gingerbread houses. This would also be super cute for your kids to do, and you can either hang them up as a garland or use them as wrapping bags. I use a hole punch, or you can use scissors to give you 2 at the top for holes, and then use some baker's twine to tie it with your bow either in the front or the back. This would be super cute if you were like a room mom doing stuff at school. This would also be great for teacher gifts. Another option is to grab these larger bags because you can do something similar, but then you've got the handles. So you cut the edges off, just make sure that you don't cut into where the handles are attached or your bag will be non-usable. Go through, do the same thing with drawing your cute little gingerbread houses, and then you can take the sides that pop up, fold them in, and then go ahead and wrap. It is super quick and easy to do, and this is going to give you a lot more oomph than those paper bags. So depending on what you need to wrap, do whichever one works for you. Now, what about the pretty tissue paper to finish off the look? I promise you, anyone can do this hack and make your gifts look like $1,000,000. Get yourself a couple pieces of tissue. I'm going to use about 4 here, and you're going to start by laying them out with the corners going in different directions. You want to make sure that the colored side of your tissue paper is facing down here, and then I'm going to pinch the center underneath, do a little fluff, and pop it right in the top. That's what's going to give you that like flower-like effect. Like I said, anyone can do this. So lay them out, pinch the center, stick it in there. You're going to have a present that looks like $1,000,000, but you didn't have to try too hard. A few weeks back in my Christmas wood DIY video, I shared this tray, and I had a craft buddy, her screen name is Creating Eye Candy, let me know that she made it with my file, but she put it on a placemat so it was easier for her daughter-in-law to store. Oh my gosh, is that genius? So I had to make one, and I had to share it with the craft buddies because it was so good. So thank you so much. I don't know your first name, but Creating Eye Candy, this is a primo idea. I grabbed a Dollar Tree placemat, and then I cut out my design, which is in the free file library. You want to measure and get it to the size of your placemat. And I also added about 1/4 of an inch offset to my file, so then that way the letters would pop. The black lettering was not going to be seen when I put it on there without the white backer. Then I also had to kind of trim it because for some reason the cheap Dollar Tree placemat, it shrunk a little bit, so I didn't line it up perfectly, but I trimmed them, lined everything up, and this is, like I said, it is so genius. I love learning from you guys, and this one was so good not to share, so thank you so much again. And look it, this is all you have to store instead of a wood tray if you're short on space. As we head into cold and flu season with a baby on the way, I knew I needed to make hand washing fun at my house, so I grabbed some Dollar Tree soft soap, as well as these little quote-unquote glitter pieces from Michael's. They're not glitter, they look like fake sprinkles, actually, that you would like DIY with. I took the lid off the soap, I added a funnel, and added some of these right into the soap container. You might remember me doing this for Halloween and then Christmas last year. The only downside last year is I put bells from Dollar Tree in there, and after a while, the paint came off of the bells. So I needed something that was more plastic, and this works great. All you have to do is remove the labels so you can see all the stuff in there. Give it a good shake. You can also use the little pump to get everything to kind of move around. And once you do, it is a win for the kiddos. Finn loves it. It really makes him want to wash his hands more, which is great. It's like keep those germs and everything all at bay. And if your stuff settles in your bathroom, you can go ahead and shake it and it will come back to life. I just like to use a clear soap so you can see everything inside, but it's super fun for kids and adults alike. Here's one of my favorite hacks for entertaining for the holidays to make it easy for your guests to help you. Right before the party, take out your garbage and throw an extra garbage bag in the bottom of the pail. Then put your bag in like you normally would, and then if somebody sees that your garbage is full and they pull it out and they see the garbage bag underneath, it makes it really easy for them to help you put it back in there, and they don't have to find you to ask where your garbage bags are. It works like a charm. Every year before Thanksgiving and Christmas, I stock up on these storage containers. I get them all washed, and then when I have a bunch of leftovers, when people come over, all I have to do is hand them one of these clean containers, or a couple, and they can fill it up with what they want. Everybody kind of goes around the buffet one more time. They can fill it all up, and then that way you don't have to worry about handing out your Pyrex, and if it takes them 3 years to give it back to you, it's no big deal. I also love these divided containers. We get these every year. It makes it super easy for us to make a to-go plate for my husband's grandpa. Makes it really easy for him to take it back to his apartment, and make sure you look for the microwave safe ones. You can go ahead, warm it up, and you're good to go. No dishes after. And here are a couple tips from me to you to save in your back pocket for when you are wrapping up the holiday season. This will totally help. First, go around and take some pictures and video if needed of your holiday decor. This may seem silly. They don't have to be high-end pictures. Just snap them on your phone, your tablet, whatever you have. You are going to be thankful you have them next year, especially if you did a new setup or if you did something different than you have in years past. I suggested this to my mom because I helped her last year do the decor for Christmas Eve, and it was really helpful to have the pictures because she is now decorating on her own because I can't climb up and do things because I'm pregnant. So whatever the case may be, that is super helpful. Another great item to grab for decor to come down after Christmas is this drawer organizer. I like to put them inside bins, and it helps me organize not only my little Christmas stuff, but also little baubles and trinkets that are breakable in different containers. You put them all in the slots. It's going to help keep everything in the right spot and have things not break on you. I also really love the Dollar Tree Laundry Essentials bags. That is the packaging you want. The ones that come in the boxes are just not my friend. But you can put pillows, blankets, even some of your seasonal clothing in there, suck it up and put it in storage. That's going to help so it doesn't get moldy, mildewy, and it's also going to keep things really nice and organized for you. And if you're like me and have like a whole nother wardrobe for every season, because I love seasonal clothes, these Amazon Basic bags are awesome. The large ones, I will link those down below if you're interested. And finally, these jumbo storage bags are wonderful if you've got just a couple t-shirts or sweatshirts and you don't want them taking up space all year round in your closet. This is me packing away my fall stuff to get ready for Christmas, and they slide under beds, they go in bottoms of closets. You can really fit them anywhere, and then you can pull them right back out when you're ready to use them next time.
I hope this video gave you a ton of ideas to help save your sanity this holiday season so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy with the ones that you love. A huge thank you to Wildgrain for sponsoring this video. Remember, all the details are down in the description. You can use my link. That will give you $30 off your first box if you use my code, and you will also get free croissants in every box. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you on Friday for the last installment of the Mystery Box Challenge 2024. It's going to be great. Friday, December 6th. Buckle up. It's going to be the biggest one of the whole year, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!